Little something to think about on the way home. Hey, I see Timmy Clate, the drummer for the Boss Stingrays, and that reminds me that I want to thank, I went on a radio blitz, and my last stop was the Saturday Light Brigade this past Saturday with the Boss Stingrays. Timmy was there with me, Andy, and Jerry Johnson on bass, and we had a wonderful time with Larry Berger and the whole team over there on the north side. The Saturday before that, I was on the Jay Thurber Show, Tube City Radio out of McKeesport, Pennsylvania. That was a blast. And I'm the Artist of the Week on WYEP, and I'm really happy about that. And I thought it was just 1 week, but Monday came around. There's no new artist, so I'm the Artist of the Week for 2 weeks in a row. I can't believe it. They played a song we're going to do for you here in a minute. They've been playing it on the radio, and gosh, it's a big thrill. So thank you, WYEP. Thank you, WRCT, the Saturday Light Brigade, the Jay Thurber Show. Thank you, Duquesne Brewing and Bill Clevenger. Thank you, Rosie's Records and Hellbender Vinyl. I got to tell you something about this. If you open up, and incidentally, this record is a real treat. It's a 4-panel gatefold, just like Sgt. Pepper. And if you open it up, it's got some surprises in there. And one of the things it says in the liner notes is this. This still blows my mind. Pittsburgh Skyline, conceived, composed, recorded, mixed, mastered, pressed, and distributed on Butler Street in Lawrenceville, on the banks of the Allegheny River in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hellbender Vinyl is 3 blocks up the street. Rosie's Records is across the street. That's where we recorded it. And we're celebrating here down the street at the Spirit Lodge. I can walk to every one of these places. I love it. It's, you know, that's a big deal when you're 70. So we're going to do a song now from a record that we put out just about exactly 2 years ago, and we had the party right here. It was a beautiful thing called A Darker Mercy. And Brian Broad produced that record for me too. So this is our second creative collaboration together. And you got to meet this guy, and you've got to check out Rosie's Records. And he is the Energizer Bunny of Butler Street. This guy never stops. And since the day I walked in his store and introduced myself and gave him a few records and met his adorable dog, Rosie, we've been friends and creative partners. And Brian, it's just been a tremendous blessing. Brian Broad. So this song is the very first song. You want to hold up Darker Mercy? We've got some Darker Mercies here for you. There, look at this. He does it all. He does it all. All right. Thank you, Vanna. This song is the first song on that album, and it is entitled When the One I Never See Takes Me Down. Say you never see the one that gets you. There's a darker mercy in that last surprise. So I will not interfere. No, I'm standing right here. Shoot straight and put it right between my eyes. When the one I never see takes me down, well, I stand upon my fire's burning ground and gazing through the face of him who wore the glory glamour. Takes me down. I'm praying, Lord, for courage in that hour. Give me wisdom and the strength to go out right. When my killer comes to find me, no sneaking up behind me. I'm front when the one I never see takes me down on the 4G. Lord, for every day I'm living. But when death comes for me, I won't complain. Let me leave this broken place with a smile on my face, whispering my Savior's name. When the one I never see takes me down, well, I stand upon our Father's great ground. Hey, there's the face of him who wore the morning crown. When the one I never see takes me down, when the one I never see takes me down. Better than the record. The record's good too. We've got a real treat for you now. We got 2 more songs to do. These next 2 songs are both on the new record. You got it for sale here all night long, folks. Thank you to everyone who purchased in advance. Your record is waiting for you right here. Slim Forsyth, Pittsburgh Skyline. Now, we're going to bring a young fellow up on stage now. You're going to be hearing a lot from this guy. Let's have a big East Lawrenceville welcome for Adrian Audiotomo. Where are you? Now, at this point, he could probably just use Andy's amp, I think. Is that okay? Okay. I saw him. Oh, great. This guy, I met him here in Lawrenceville about a year or so ago, and at some open mics and things, just messing around. And I was very, very impressed. And when this song, which is called Abraham, when this song came along, it hit me, boy, I would really like some kind of old-time slide guitar on this. I immediately thought of Adrian, who plays the resonator steel guitar. And so I said, hey, would you come and do that one song with us live at the Spirit for the Big Party? And he said, yeah. So, Brad, how about a hand on drums? Brad Smith. I needed one guy on the album older than me, and Brad stepped up to the plate. We busted him out of Happy Valley. We just don't know how we're going to bust him back in tonight, but we'll figure that out after the show. On electric guitar, and he plays on 2 songs on the album, including the one we did for you, Place to Run. Andrew Shear on electric guitar. Andrew is also the electric lead guitarist for the Boss Stingrays, my brothers in surf. And he's on 3 songs. The Boss Stingrays accompanied me on 3 of the songs on Darker Mercy, which were recorded live right here, way back in 2022 sometime. So the Spirit Lodge has been a huge part of all this. Hey, how about a nice hand for this beautiful place? I love this inn. I love this room. I always say, people say, hey Slim, we got this great big outdoor arena. We got this big hall. I say, my music needs a ceiling. And I love the Spirit Lodge. I love downstairs. This is the place for me. And how about a hand for Lee Yock and Tommy Barr and all the staff, bartenders, waiters, the sound man. Dan, you're doing a hell of a job. Folks out there working the door. And the kitchen's open. And man, do they have great food. And if you get a chance, check out the new back room. They're calling that the pizzeria. It's beautiful. And some of the folks that have done such a fabulous job down here are part of the team that bought Needs Hotel, including Tommy Barr and Lee Yock. And so we've got a lot of great things to expect from that. And I think Bill Clevenger and Duquesne Beer are going to be a big part of that whole thing. And all these other wonderful people you see. All right, I think he's ready. We want that to be nice and loud. This is a story from the Bible that always fascinated me ever since I was a kid. My mom and dad took us to see 3 movies at Dibson's Theater on Main Street in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Mary Poppins, The Sound of Music. I think they took us to Olean to see My Fair Lady. But in Bradford, the 3rd movie they took us to was The Bible. And that was a John Huston directed film. It only took it up to Abraham. But I had it, it was amazing, and I was just a kid watching it, maybe like 8 or 9 years old. And in the movie, when the 3 angels, the 3 men, come and talk to Abraham and tell him that Sarah is going to have Isaac in a year, the 3 men are all the same person, and it's Peter O'Toole. And it freaked me out. Every time you look at a different angel, it's Peter O'Toole again. And he's talking to George C. Scott, and they're haggling over the fate of the city doomed to destruction. He gives Abraham the good news, and then he says, I'm sending these 2 guys down to destroy the city. And so Abraham haggles with God, as if God needed Abraham to teach him what justice is. It's insane, but it's mind-blowing. It's otherworldly. And when this song started to come along, I thought, maybe I'll tell an old Bible story to this music. I immediately thought of Peter O'Toole scaring the hell out of me when I was a kid in Bradford, PA. And this is what we got. And I gave Adrian a call, and he said, yeah, Slim, I'm down for that plan. Ready? When Abraham was old, a wondrous tale is told. How he sat at the door of his tent in the heat of the day. He lifted up his eyes, and lo, 3 men stood by. And the one in the middle was the Lord of hosts, they say. And the Lord said to Abraham, the outcry has reached me against that great city, where the blood of the innocent cries out from the ground. And if these things be so, then surely I would know. And there and then I'll call my judgment down. Well, friends, old Abraham thought about that for a minute, and he ventured this reply very, very carefully. Oh, be not angry, Lord, let thy servant speak one word. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Her adventure in that town, 50 righteous can be found. Wilt thou destroy both good and bad alike? And the Lord replied, if I find 50 righteous men, I'll let them try again. And I'll keep my fire and stone in the sky. I will not call it down. I'll spare that wicked town. If I find 50 righteous men, I'll pass it by. Well, friends, old Abe knew he was skating on some pretty thin ice. And yet, something inside of him just had to keep on asking more. So, he gathered up his last ounce of chutzpah and he jumped right back in the game. And they say, well, it sounded something like this. Though I be dust and ashes, I spoke and yet I live. And he trembled as he haggled with the Lord. Her adventure you find 40, 30, 20, how about 10? Would 10 men stop and stay like flaming sword? And the Lord replied, if I find 10 righteous men, I'll never try again. And I keep my fire and brimstone in the sky. I will not call it down. I'll spare that wicked town. If I find 10 righteous men, I'll pass it by. Hit me one more time.